right away I hear, well, we can't control everything. And it's you saying that to yourself, well, I can't control everything. And I hear something about being finalized. Like, I just need to get that document finalized. I just need this finalized. But also realizing that you're in a reset and restructuring mode right now. And you can only do what you can do on your part. And you're not in control of everything. So the one thing you're in control of is your balance. So keep your internal balance good, so that as things progress, that you're prepared and you're ready. It's I think some of you, it's like I'm seeing a big, thick, think of you call them a safe room. It's like a big, thick door that it's like, a door that you think is really thick and hard to get through. And it's like, as you get there, it's like it just swings open as if the door is just aluminum. It's not the barrier that you think that it is. And as you move through that, you're going to take more control because you recognize that you are being guided, you are being led, and any stop starts are there to help you to produce what it is that you want to do. I hear life is about learning lessons. So I see that, a lot of you are looking at the script. Okay, this was my life review. This is what I said I'd sign up to fulfill in this lifetime. So you're kind of reviewing what you came here to fulfill, and realizing it's beautiful because I'm seeing the most beautiful amethyst with a lot of you, like an amethyst crystal, and it's like it's giving you so much love and control, and control in a manner of, I am a spiritual being of light. I am the light. I am the way. And it's giving you a large amount of healing. It's just stunning. So, for everything that we're seeing going off kilter over here, there's so much that's expanding to give you more of a personal influence in your own life. In other words, to show up fully, we need to be ourselves. And you need to also know that being yourself means it does not mean perfection. It means you're on a journey of learning and unfolding, and you're going to do just that. For a lot of you, I see you, it's like mountain climbing, and I see you taking this big like metal hook and sticking it in, and it's giving you that big sturdy connection that you need to continue to bring yourself up this cliffside, that this terrain that you are navigating. So, and again, this cliffside looks hard, which of course, on the other end, you don't want to put a big hook into a cliffside and have it be in a crumbly space, right? You want it on something that is sturdy, that's going to hold you, but it's going to be easier and go in easier than you think. Things, again, will not be as hard as you think they are. And for some of you, right away, I'm hearing, well, I used to be such a brainiac. Like, I used to know so much. I used to have so much knowledge. It's like my brain used to be like a ticker tape. I could tell you what was going on at any time, at any moment, being able to just read all the signs and see what was going on and go down the list of everything. And now for many of you, I'm seeing that you're saying, I have to know things on a more global level now, because what you were perceiving or able to intuit before, so funny because it does look like the stock market, as if you're going to, if you were doing, say, the US stock market as opposed to Japanese, Chinese, one of the other countries' stock market. You're going to go more global, and yet you don't know all of those things as well as you think you do, or you don't think that you do. You don't know it as well as you know what you thought you knew before. All right. So this is expanding your awareness. So for a lot of you, that you're going to be really dropping a lot of the facade and a lot of the image of being strong, having it all together, being perfect, and allowing yourself to just show up as you are, just as a person, as another human being, a human being a human. Somebody's with me here now as I keep itching my nose. Okay. Well, I'm hearing you're circulating things. So they want you to know that every thought you're putting out there, every question you have is circulating out into the spheres, and it's being brought back to you. And it's being brought to you back to you by the wisdom keepers, through your ancestors, through those that you have uh, recognized as being leaders in your life at different times when they were on the earth plane. So you are being assisted, you are being guided by these people. Well, again, as I'm looking at the whole week again, I hear you saying, I've got a distance to go, but I don't feel like I'm looking hundreds of thousands of miles away. It's, you've already gotten pretty far and you're realizing I still have a distance to go, but it's not, it's easily attainable. Let's put it that way. But I also, again, am seeing you learning to take your time and be present and not rush the process, that you will arrive and be where you need to be when all the other characters and the climate for your showing up or doing what it is you're there to do is going to help support you in doing. Seeing somebody with a red truck, and this is probably something from the 1950s era is what I'm seeing. It reminds me a lot of somebody that I used to know years ago who was an immigrant, whose parents immigrated here. And they owned a farm locally here in San Diego. But it was just a regular homestead working farm, but it was large, really. They were really well accomplished. And nobody really would have known it because they just wouldn't have known it because it wasn't, it's like they still had a home that was very kind of small on this huge piece of property. And family was what's important. I feel that he's coming in to talk to us to let you know that everything is sustainable and that it's not what things look like. It's what you do as a family, as a collective, to grow and to nourish what it is that you have. Because it's not so much about the material aspect. This was a sustenance program that they had going. This belonged to them. This was something that they nourished, that they were in charge of. It was a way of establishing themselves in this country. And he just wants us to look ahead, that start where you're at and make things fruitful for yourself within your own home, within your own environment. And that family and the process of what you're doing. And if you are disconnected from family and maybe you don't even have many friends, let's put it that way. Whatever your connection is to, encourage that connection that gives you peace and support, and continue to foster and grow what it is that you want to do because it makes you happy, because it is a way of being, it's part of your goal setting, what you enjoy doing that is part of your fruitfulness as a human on this planet. All right. So that's a great message. I see some opportunities for many of you. I see some opportunities with a home. For those of you that have been wanting a home, I see those opportunities coming up. For some of you, I see you think, well, it's not that big of a house and I wanted something bigger, or it's just a little opportunity. They're telling you to take these opportunities that are coming to you because they're going to lead to what it is that you want more of. Don't put it off because it comes in a small package, in other words. Yeah, I hear the sky's the limit. I want to say for a lot of us this week, many will be looking up and seeing as though there's a big line, like a dark line that is like the barrier, like I can't go beyond that because they put that limitation on me. And they're telling you to, those barriers are man's barriers. They're not your barriers. So when you're working with spirit, you are spirit. Spirit is working with you, through you. You be purposeful in your endeavors, keep walking forward. And by the time you get to where it is you thought you were limited, you're going to realize that none of that was a barrier at all. It was a facade. It was not what you thought it was. Know that your goals are magnetized to you and you are magnetized to your goals. So, yeah. And I hear special interest. So, for many of you, you have a special interest and they want you to continue to foster that and nurture that. Now, let me see if they just have anything overall for that whole week. Otherwise, oh, wow. They said, don't be ashamed of who you are and where you've come from. So, like they say, look to the lesser amongst you because those will be the people leading us in the right direction. All right. And remember, being lesser is just the, it's a way that we look at our little speck of sand and all the other little pieces of sand. It's just perception. All right. So with that, namaste and thank you all so very much and have a great week.